Helps if I've got my mic on, doesn't it? That's a really good thing of being on YouTube is putting your mic on. Hope everyone's doing fine. I just got my badass Caldor Drago conversion pieces. Can smell can hear the smile in my voice. I'm using mouse and keyboard because I want to. I just can't be bothered using a pad anymore. I don't know. I feel like I got more control this way. The only thing you can't do is pick things up quickly, but you know, that's fine. We'll work it out. Right, so we've got to go to the Hinterlands with Solus. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, we have spoken to people already, haven't we?
For she who trusts in the Maker, fire.
Hope you've all had a cracking week. Mine's been okay. Got a promotion at work, which is nice. Don't need any more of those. Eliana's looking pretty fit in this one. Do arcane knowledge, why not? Secure a route through the Frostbacks. Now, I think this is quite important, and I think this one was meant to have some sort of impact on the story going forward. When you actually have to flee, you know, at a certain point in the story, you have to flee where you are right now. This would have been really important. If you didn't research this, you know, you should have gotten like bad things. But yeah, Inquisitor, we explored the Fellow Mire after you cleared the place out. I've stumbled on an old road that leads to the Frostbacks. If it's cleaned up, you could use it to shave a week's off a journey through the mountains. I'd rather be wet than freezing. Okay. Yep, soldiers.
All right.
We've begun sending soldiers along the road from the Falamare. I would like to pass on their considerable gratitude for having spared treks across the Frostbacks. Our healers seem happier as well, Commander Cullen. Cool, excellent. Going on in Orlais. We're not doing that yet because we're not even in Orlais yet, so you know. We go to Redcliffe to see the mages. Yeah, let's do that first. Let's at least go and see the mages first. If it starts pushing me towards having to do the mage questline whilst I'm there, then I just won't do it. Fuck it. But I think you can actually get a really cool thing where you meet Dorian now, but you don't have to do the mage questline. So normally I just go and do the. Oops. Normally I just go and do the whatever questline I want to do straight away. View. Who are we taking with us is the thing. Who are we taking with us? Not sure. Yeah. So, Iron Bull can be one. Cassandra has to come, because she's basically commanding the Inquisition at this point. And... If we're going with the mages, let's take Vivienne. It just seems the most logical composition to me. I would rather not take Vivienne because I like her for the later game. But if we're going to visit the mages, it's, you know, we should have a mage with us. It just, you know, and the leader of the free mages too. So of the loyal mages, sorry. So let's see. I do things for role playing. Oops. Right. Oh my god. I'm a bit pissed off they got rid of Cone of Cold. It was my favourite spell, and my friend John was like, he's the one who introduced me to it. Back in the day, we were playing Dragon Age at his house. Well, he was playing, and I was like sitting there with a mug of tea, watching him play it. So we'd both completed it at this stage. We were just going through it.
To have commerce restored.
And you know, he showed me Cone of Cold, and I was like, that's ridiculous. It's just like freezing whole mobs of enemies. I was like, that is the shit. That is the shit. And basically, it doesn't make every fight a travesty in that game. It doesn't make it like really easy, but you do find that it does kind of. Okay, well, I'm not doing Solus's thing, am I, game? You know, like, is that what I told you I was doing? No. Yeah, and the reason why he's got better armor now is basically because he's going to see people who could ally with. So he's trying to get, you know, he's trying to look more impressive than wearing rags that he got off the battlefield in, well, Haven, I guess. Let me just check the sound of the game. Oh, the sound of the game is quite high. Okay, cool. Let's turn it down a little bit. Turn me up a little bit. There we go. Again, there really should be lines, invisible lines in the ground where banters just happen. Because I just hate running through here and not hearing anything. I've even got a mod running that makes it happen a lot more often as well, and still nowhere near enough. How they thought that was a good design decision is absolutely beyond me. It really is. I think they're really, really silly. I really hope BioWare going forward learn and don't start, you know, doing just terrible, terrible, stupid decisions. That's really nice. Why aren't these armors available for mages? That's really nice. Well, I like that. I like it. Why isn't that available for me? Look at that. Look how cool that looks on Vivienne.
I want a constant watch on that damned thing. Sound the alarm at the first sign of demons. Watch out, traveler. The veil's ripped open. Nature knows what could come out.
Ooh. That speed me up. Yes, it is. Cool. Oh.
Was that?
We don't know what these rifts can do. That one appeared to alter the time around it.
Something's not right. Stay on your guard.
Make her have mercy. It's over. Open the gates.
How do we walk? Is there a walk run button? I swear I did this in the first. I know there is, game. Has to be. Sprinter's control, toggle auto run. Oh, like so many idiot companies, they seem to have not done a walk button for the PC. these things that are in, games like Skyrim and... Oh, walk toggle. Thank you, BioWare. Let's do caps lock there. Thank you, BioWare. Thank you. Give them credit. Give them credit.
We spread word the Inquisition was coming. But you should know that no one here was expecting us.
No one? Not even Grand Enchanter Fiona?
If she was, she hasn't told anyone. We've arranged use of the tavern for the negotiations.
Agents of the Inquisition, my apologies. Magister Alexius is in charge now, but hasn't yet arrived. He's expected shortly. You can speak with the former Grand Enchanter in the meantime.
I don't like this.
We should talk to the Grand Enchanter.
Earth or sea or sky. All that existed was silence. Then the voice of the Maker rang out. The first word. And his word became all that might be.
They're just doing a hacker up there. That's me. Sounds like my kind of guys. Get him in the Inquisition. So when you're in Dragon Age 1, you come around the corner and there is a windmill. So this is the windmill. So that the zombies would be coming from up here, right? Coming from up there, around to the keep, which should be over there somewhere, right? And the windmill is up here. It doesn't really work, though, because the redesign just does not work, really. It doesn't match up to...
Impressive craftsmanship to remain standing after such abuse.
I would like to think that Cassandra's talking about Dragon Age Origins there. No. These ruins mark the spot where a windmill once overlooked Redcliffe village. It was destroyed in the last days of the Blight when Darkspawn attacked the area and was never repaired. So at the end of Dragon Age Origins, Darkspawn do attack Redcliffe, whilst you're stationed in Redcliffe Castle, waiting for the final battle. Whee! I wonder if that way to the castle is still in here. No, it's not. Oh, it's caved in, look. That's pretty cool. So this is the place where the warden went into the underground passage that took him to the castle. It's pretty cool. I like that. This I like less. People melding into each other on the road. Come on, BioWare. So this is the road going down... See, Redcliffe was not this green last time. And there's the castle. So it does kind of work out still. Because the zombies came from over there all the way around here to there. And this is where the Red Grey Warden stopped them. With Sir Perth and all them. And then we had to run down here, didn't we?
The Inquisition dealt with the rebel Templars. Be driven away or killed.
See? What did I tell you?
Merchants coming in now say there are countless bodies lying butchered on the side of the
Grey
road.
Warden Alistair grew up at Redcliffe. He used to play in the fields outside this very village. The boy, who once begged me to make him toy soldiers, helped stop the blight and saved us all.
Tell me about your people.
They say a spirit dwells in a small lake south of the highway. The girls of the village bring it daisies and ask for love, but rarely does it listen. For 'tis a spirit of valor, not love, and it favours blood lotus flowers.
Oh look, the Portlands are back. Right, okay, so they got rid of all of the...
I had the dream again last night.
No, there'll be no time for this.
It was so real. And when I woke up, the sheets were as cold as ice.
No, I'm not doing that quest. Piss off.
For the first time in all these years, I fear I will not be visiting your ashes.
Yeah, well, that's not my problem, mate.
I hear most of the apostates are dead or hiding. We should be getting more refugees soon.
In the middle of the war? Don't be a fool. We did not flee Redcliffe when the dead walked into our village. We will not flee now.
It's pretty cool. If I'm quiet, it's because I'm just pretty entranced by Redcliffe and what it looks like. There's the Redcliffes. Okay, okay.
Do you mean it? I'm a fair cook and you're a fine leather worker. I'm sure they can find some use for us. And the Inquisition soldiers are the only ones trying to restore order right now. If we want to help.
All right, we'll do it. Thank you.
Look at the sky and those stories about all that magic at the conclave.
They're not stories.
I am Sister Tanner. May I help you?
I found the letter you sent a Templar named Corin.
What? Shit. You can't prove anything. A letter from a rogue Templar. Nobody is going to care. So, what do you intend to do?
Let's see. Impersonating a sister, smuggling, dishonoring Chantry robes. I can think of more if you like. Or you could put your skills to use for the Inquisition.
And you'd keep quiet? Nobody else has to know?
That will depend on how honest your efforts are on our behalf.
All right. I'm in. Seems like the Inquisition is the safer bet these days.
Mm-hmm. Agent acquired. So that's the Chantry, alright, that's the Chantry where we were before. Let's have a look inside, why not? See, this is where Tegan gave that speech, but I can't really see, you know. There's lots of things changed around about the place. It doesn't look anywhere... I can sort of see the resemblance, you know, but I can't... It's really changed. So this is where Grey Warden was with all those villagers in the last game. Well, and then the first game, if you remember correctly. Pretty cool, huh? This hasn't changed at all. This room has not changed. It literally just put into a new game. This has not changed a one iota. There's even little side rooms, look. You can't go in, but they're there. And there's a Mabari on the wall. Okay, yeah, no, this is definitely Ferelden. I tend to think Ferelden had a lot more character, Ferelden, in Dragon Age Origins. It really did feel like Ferelden, whereas this feels like not Orlais, basically. But I get what they're trying to do. It looks nice, it looks nice.
Have you seen otherwise?
It's just what I heard. Good day.
Okay, I'm not talking to revered mothers. No. Can't be bothered.
Welcome, agents of the Inquisition. First Enchanter Vivienne?
My dear Fiona, it's been so long since we last spoke. You look dreadful. Are you sleeping well?
What has brought you to Redcliffe?
Skip the pleasantries. You know why we're here. You came all the way to Val Royeaux to invite us.
You must be mistaken. I haven't been to Val Royeaux since before the Conclave.
There is no mistake. While the Templars were leaving, you came to Val Royeaux and asked me here.
The Templars left Val Royeaux? Where did they go? That sounds... Why does that sound so strange? Whoever or whatever brought you here, the situation has changed. The Free Mages have already pledged themselves to the service of the Tevinter Imperium.
This right here is why you can't trust mages.
Fiona, dear, your dementia is showing.
An alliance with Tevinter? Do you not fear all of Thedas turning against you?
As one indenture...
I love her so much.
I no longer have the authority to negotiate with you.
I love her. She's just brilliant.
An alliance with Tevinter is a terrible mistake.
All hope of peace died with Justinia. This bargain with Tevinter would not have been my first choice, but we had no choice. We are losing this war. I needed to save as many of my people as I could.
Welcome, my friends. I apologize for not greeting you earlier.
Agents of the Inquisition, allow me to introduce Magister Girion Alexius.
The Southern Mages are under my command. And you are the survivor, yes? The one from the Fade? Interesting.
So, what Iron Bull said there, this is why I don't trust mages. That's what actually Canos feels, but Canos is more like, no, he would say this is why mages need the circle. You know, but not a circle that's corrupt and taking advantage of them, you know? That's what he would say.
I'd like to know more about this alliance between the rebel mages and the Imperium.
Certainly. What specifically do you wish to know?
I haven't seen any sign of Redcliffe's Arl or his men.
The Arl of Redcliffe left the village.
Arl Tegan did not abandon his lands during the Blight, even when they were under siege.
There were tensions growing. I did not want an incident.
I'd like to know more about this alliance between the rebel mages and the Imperium.
Certainly. What specifically do you wish to know?
I would like you to not start cycling that every now and again.
The Grand Enchanter told me she was indentured to a Magister.
Our southern brethren have no legal status in the Imperium. As they were not born citizens of Tevinter, they must work for a period of 10 years before gaining full rights. As their protector, I shall oversee their work for the Imperium.
I'm not clear on when exactly you negotiated this arrangement with Fiona.
When the Conclave was destroyed, these poor souls faced the brutality of the Templars, who rushed to attack them. It could only be through divine providence that I arrived when I did.
It was certainly very timely.
What does the Imperium gain from taking rebel mages under its wing?
For the moment, the Southern Mages are a considerable expense. After they are properly trained, they will join our legion.
You said not all my people would be military. There are children, those not suited.
And one day I'm sure they will all be productive citizens of the Imperium when their debts are paid.
I'm here to get mages to close the breach.
Right, to business. I understand, of course. Felix, would you send for a scribe, please? Pardon my manners. My son Felix, friends. I am not surprised you're here. Containing the breach is not a feat that many could even attempt. There is no telling how many mages would be needed for such an endeavor. Ambitious, indeed.
I'll take every mage you can give me.
There will have to be. Felix.
My lord, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
Are you all right?
I'm fine, Father.
Come, I'll get your powders. Please excuse me, friends. We will have to continue this another time. Fiona, I require your assistance back at the castle.
I don't mean to trouble everyone.
I shall send word to the Inquisition. We will conclude this business at a later date.
Come to the Chantry. You are in danger.
Did the Magister's son give you that? Why would he help you?
There's no telling who or what will be waiting for us in that Chantry.
We'll be on guard.
I'm considering taking Vivienne on a lot more things, guys. She's just so fucking cool.
Magister Alexius wishes only mages to remain in Redcliffe. He will approve of you. He does not approve of me. Many villagers have already left to escape his ire.
What does the Magister have against you?
He does not like to be reminded of what mages can become. He says all Tranquil must leave Redcliffe, but who would take us in?
We will.
You're one of the Tranquil?
Yes, my talent for magic was insufficient to protect me from demons. Rather than risk me becoming possessed, the Circle removed my connection to the Fade. My magic is gone, along with my dreams and desires. Those now in Redcliffe prefer not to see us.
How long have Tevinters been here?
Magister Alexius arrived at nightfall, 2 days after we retreated from the Temple of Sacred Ashes. He forced anyone without magic out of the castle, save those he required to serve him. Even the Arl was sent away.
Farewell, then.
One moment. You are a member of the Inquisition, are you not? I am an alchemist. You must require potions. If the Magister will not have me here, perhaps I can offer my services.
We would be delighted to have you working for the Inquisition.
Thank you. While one lives, it is good to believe there is still a use for one's talents.
Good.
We don't need your kind here. Your Inquisition's just Templars by another name.
Who are you?
Linnea. Just Linnea. Don't ask what Circle Tower I'm from, because we're done with that. We're all free mages now.
You'd rather bow to Tevinter than join the Inquisition?
Don't tell me you bought the Chantry's lies about how evil Tevinter is. It's just because they're ruled by mages. No one wants us to look at them and say their mages are free and the world hasn't ended.
But don't Magisters summon demons and practice human sacrifice?
The Chantry says whatever they think will scare us. What's wrong with blood magic?
Ugh.
People don't like the idea of us controlling their thoughts, but they have no problem with us throwing fireballs in their wars. In Tevinter, the mages police themselves. It works.
Tevinter's as big a threat as the Templars. You're better off with the Inquisition.
Right. And I'm the Empress of Orlais.
Yeah, well, that right there is why I'm not going to help the mages. Because most of the people here are like her. The game tells you that. So, you know.
Inquisition, huh? I wish to Holy Andraste you'd gotten here sooner. These Tevinters make my shoulder blades itch.
Who are you?
Name's Tolwyn, formerly of the Circle of Magi in Hosburg. Lived my whole life there. Since I was 10 years old and came into my magic. 3 meals a day. Quality education, a roof over my head. If you're not summoning demons, a mage tower's a fine place to be.
Yep, 3 meals a day, a quality education, a roof over your head. Isn't it a wonder that the only people who hate the Circle are the noble assholes who have to live in them? The other 98%, like the people who wouldn't get fed or anything outside of the Circle, love being there. Just beggars the fucking mind. I think the only one who doesn't is Vivienne, and she's quite high up in the Circle, which is probably why she doesn't, hate it that much.
If you were happy in the Circle, why are you here with the rebels?
We're all rebels now. The vote is sorted out. The majority wanted to dissolve the circles. The rest of us went with them and were cut loose.
There are still some of us who are loyal in the Empress's court.
I figured I'm better off with my fellow mages than on my own.
You're not happy with this new alliance?
Something's not right about that lot. They're not like us. Magic or no, I'd rather count myself among decent folk than stand with magisters.
How did the Grand Enchanter end up working with Tevinter?
1 minute, we were bracing for the Templars to attack. The next, we had a Magister ally. It was a stroke of luck that's given us an edge. In a way. Out of the frying pan.
Goodbye.
Be careful. The Tevinters likely aren't happy you're asking questions.
So there you go. Even though he's not willing to join us, even though, like, you know, the other guy was. You know, so fuck him, as far as I'm concerned. You know, the Templars in this game actually need your help. They actually need your help. The mages don't want it. And they've made some really stupid choices along the way. And don't get me wrong, so have the Templars, but, you know. I just prefer them. Sod off. Wanted to speak to you, I'd have stopped.
Good. You're finally here. Now help me close this, would you?
You think that's magic? Show you magic, boy. That's magic.
Fascinating. How does that work exactly? You don't even know, do you? You just wiggle your fingers and boom. Rift closes.
Who are you?
Ah, getting ahead of myself again, I see. Dorian of House Parvus, most recently of Minrathous. How do you do?
Another Tevinter. Be cautious with this one.
Suspicious friends you have here. Magister Alexius was once my mentor, so my assistance should be valuable, as I'm sure you can imagine.
I was expecting Felix to be here.
I'm sure he's on his way. He was to give you the note, then meet us here after ditching his father.
Alexius couldn't jump to Felix's side fast enough when he pretended to be faint. Is something wrong with him?
He's had some lingering illness for months. Felix is an only child, and Alexius is being a mother hen, most likely.
Are you a magister?
All right, let's say this once. I'm a mage from Tevinter, but not a member of the Magisterium. I know Southerners use the terms interchangeably, but that only makes you sound like barbarians.
Are you the one who sent that note, then?
I am. Someone had to warn you after all. Look, you must know there's danger. That should be obvious even without the note. Let's start with Alexius claiming the allegiance of the mage rebels out from under you. As if by magic, yes? Which is exactly right. To reach Redcliffe, before the Inquisition, Alexius distorted time itself.
I've never heard of magic that controls time.
Manipulating time itself? Many have attempted over the ages, but never once succeeded.
The rift you closed here. You saw how it twisted time around itself, sped some things up and slowed others down. Soon, there will be more like it, and they'll appear further and further away from Redcliffe. The magic Alexius is using is wildly unstable, and it's unraveling the world.
Why should I believe any of this?
I know what I'm talking about. I helped develop this magic. When I was still his apprentice, it was pure theory. Alexius could never get it to work. What I don't understand is why he's doing it, ripping time to shreds just to gain a few hundred lackeys.
He didn't do it for them.
Took you long enough. Is he getting suspicious?
No, but I shouldn't have played the illness card. I thought he'd be fussing over me all day. My father's joined a cult, Tevinter Supremacists. They call themselves Venatori. And I can tell you one thing. Whatever he's done for them, he's done it to get to you.
Alexius is your father. Why are you working against him?
For the same reason Dorian works against him. I love my father, and I love my country. But this? Cults? Time magic? What he's doing now is madness. For his own sake, you have to stop him.
It would also be nice if he didn't rip a hole in time. There's already a hole in the sky.
Why would he rearrange time and indenture the Mage Rebellion just to get to me?
They're obsessed with you, but I don't know why. Perhaps because you survived the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
You can close the rifts. Maybe there's a connection. Or they see you as a threat.
If the Venatori are behind those rifts or the breach in the sky, they're even worse than I thought.
I'm not afraid of Alexius.
You know you're his target. Expecting the trap is the first step in turning it to your advantage. I can't stay in Redcliffe. Alexius doesn't know I'm here, and I want to keep it that way for now. But whenever you're ready to deal with him, I want to be there. I'll be in touch. Oh, and Felix, try not to get yourself killed.
There are worse things than dying, Dorian.
Okay. So to Canos, this stinks. And I'll be honest. He doesn't trust magic. He just doesn't. You know, he uses it. Again, as I said before, like, he is a bit
the
of a...
malcontents pledged themselves to Tevinter and joined a cult. I can hardly wait to see what comes next.
Me chopping Vince in half. Awful.
So,
Chantry will step in soon enough to put a stop to this foolishness, child.
You're from the Inquisition. I didn't think you'd still be here. Were you really looking to ally with us?
This rebellion is doomed. I offered your leaders a way to end it peacefully.
There was no other way. Do you think any of us wanted this? On the run, everyone hating us. What choice did we have? Stay and be slaves?
There are better ways than war to effect change.
I hope you can do something. Tying ourselves to Tevinter. That can't be the right way to end this.
You seem young to be part of this.
I'm Lisas. I came into my magic when I was 9 years old. Templars came into the alienage and took me to the Circle. They didn't even let me say goodbye. It's not right. I studied hard. I passed my harrowing. I sing the chant. But I'll be locked up for the rest of my life.
You don't approve of the Grand Enchanter's decision?
I was there when we voted to leave the Circle. She really seemed to care what we wanted. She was ready to rebel, but she wasn't going to unless it was the will of all mages. It's hard to believe she'd go behind our backs and sell us to the Magisters.
How long has Magister Alexius been here?
A day or two after. After the Conclave, he arrived. Come to save us from the wrath of the Templars, they said. But this doesn't feel like safety.
Take care of yourself. There's something strange going on.
I never thought the Grand Enchanter would swear to a Magister.
yeah, well, you know, I've just offered you all a way out, and you still want to stay here with them, so that's your fault. Sorry.
How much did you need?
So...
Of course. Would that I could.
Of
Oh,
course.
this is cool.
Thank the Maker you came. Tell me you're here to reinstate the Circle.
I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Hanley Dervain of the Cumberland Circle of Magi. I heard of your miraculous survival at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, and I am so honored to meet you.
I thought this was the stronghold of the rebellion. Why do you want the circles back?
I never supported this rebellion. I'm a loyal Andrastian, and I deplore the chaos this war has wrought. The Templars rebelling, the murder of the Most Holy. I can scarce live with the guilt.
Then what are you doing in Redcliffe?
The circles voted. Rebellion won out. What was I to do? Launch a counter-rebellion on my own? I followed my first enchanter's lead, as I always have. She brought us here.
I take it you don't support the Tevinters?
Andraste's ashes, never. They don't even sing the right chant. And they sacrifice children, don't they? I don't know how the Grand Enchanter could think of accepting their offer. You can get us out of this bargain, can't you? Before we're all shipped off to the Imperium like cattle.
I haven't seen anyone from Tevinter in the village.
They're all at the castle, plotting, no doubt.
Thank you for your time.
It's been an honor.
Again, even he doesn't ask to join us. The only one who does is the Tranquil. If any of them asked to join us, I'd be like, yeah, come on, fine, let's all go. You know, just come with us, fine. They won't. They want to stay here with her. That's fine. You want to stay here with her? That's fine. You're going to die. So that's, you know, like he doesn't trust magic. Like and there's very good reasons why. They're going to get themselves killed. You know, and it's not even a. Honest to God, it's not even a harsh thing. Like he uses magic in a very primal way. He doesn't cast spells. He's not really been trained with magic. He's been trained to control himself, but he uses it to just smash people apart. He doesn't really use it to, you know, incant and summon things and do this and do that. He doesn't do that. So he just doesn't trust magic. He doesn't trust mages. He doesn't trust anything that they're peddling. You know, he's just like, you chose rebellion and now you want out. Okay, fine, you want out. Then come with us. No, you want to stay here and go with Tevinter then. And now all you're doing is moaning that you had no choice. Yeah, you know, Canos literally went there and offered them another way out, and they didn't want to do it. It's fine. That's fine. The Templars it is then. Because I'm sorry, you know, I know it seems like, you know, that Canos doesn't want to walk into that trap, but you're damn right he doesn't. He's not stupid. Yeah, obviously this is a video game, so if you go there, you're gonna fight your way out of the trap and be okay.
Good day.
But like, I just don't see a good outcome in by a role playing as Canos. There's no way Canos, who is highly suspicious of magic and on all the people who practice it, there is no way that he would go and, you know, jump into a mage conspiracy. It's just not. He just wouldn't do it. You know. I'm wondering whether to actually call it there. Yeah, I will. And next time we'll be doing Champions of the Just. We'll be going with the Templars. So I'll see you then.